What's up, guys? We are Tottenham TV here. As you can see, I'm with the Newcastle Fan TV team here. Everyone introduce yourselves.
I'm Lee.
I'm Sharky.
I'm Rob.
I'm Alicia.
And also we're previewing the big game, first game of the season, Newcastle away, Saturday early kickoff. It's going to be a big one. But obviously this is deadline day today. What are your reactions to Newcastle's dealings or the transfer window in general?
Probably people are going to be wondering why we're here, not a season.
Yeah,
because we're already down London. Same old with Ashley. I've already said this numerous times already. Where is the money? With £20 million in profit. I know it's not great for Spurs because they haven't signed anybody.
Let's not talk about Spurs, talk about Newcastle now.
20 million in profit, and that's a joke. It's an absolute joke. Mike Ashley's a Spurs fan. You can have him if you want him.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, it's been a bit of a dodgy window again, hasn't it? I mean, more false promises to Rafa Benitez. You know, we finished 10th in the Premier League last season. It was all about kicking on for this season. It's not to say we can't with the squad, but it would be nice to add a few more players in with a bit more quality. Yes, we've got a new striker called Moto, but we could at least be breaking our transfer record. I mean, to go as long as we have, not breaking our transfer record. And you're seeing clubs like Bournemouth, you know, Huddersfield, etc., breaking their transfer record it's annoying. But what can we do? It's closed now. We're just gonna have to move on.
Well, obviously Newcastle still, their transfer record, I believe, is still Michael Owen. Is that right? It's still 16 million for Michael Owen in 2005.
Yeah.
What do you feel about Mike Ashley going all this time? You're seeing, as this guy said, all this time not spending the money.
Well, Graham Carr even came out a few months ago and said that he was under strict instructions not to buy a player over 15 million. Orders from Ashley. And
Jesus.
And even though Graham Carr is no longer at the club, it just goes to show that rule from Ashley just still exists. And you know, in this day and age where, you know, if you go back to, you know, last year or even maybe the year before when transfer fees began to really inflate, and to still have that rule in place is just an absolute disgrace. We're just going nowhere. Well, not only are we not going anywhere, we're going, you know, backwards.
Are there any positives you can take of the transfer window? Any signings you're excited about?
You know what it is? Probably getting Kennedy on loan again, because the end of last season he was brilliant.
Rondon?
Yeah, Rondon, like for Gale really. But I'm glad that we've got Dubravka wrapped up and that he's ours, because he was pivotal for us at the end of last season.
Another positive that I'd like to touch upon is that it's good news that Lascelles and Shelby have steered. You know, it's more transfer inactivity on our front that's also been a positive.
Well, looking ahead to the game on Saturday, how do you feel? Obviously, we played you guys first game of the season, a bit of a deja vu at the moment. First game of the season last season, we ended up winning 2-0. It was a tight game. Do you see maybe any chance Newcastle can get anything out of this game?
Depends what your team's going to be, because there's a lot of talk of, like, you know, there's going to be your best players on the bench and people missing out because they've been in the World Cup, etc. I think the best time to try and catch a surprise is the start of the season. We've got a really, really tough run in, you guys being one of them at the start. We're going to surprise at least one or two, perhaps, because everyone thinks it's going to be like 6 defeats out of 8 because we've got the top 6. However, we'll surprise a couple of them, so I'm going to put my neck on the line and say it'll be a 1-1 draw. Try and be positive.
Do you see any of the new signings starting on Saturday?
Yeah, I do. I think Rondon will start. I think Kennedy will start. Dubravka obviously be in net. I think it will be the strongest team he can possibly pick. Jamal Lascelles obviously at the back, but it's whether or not Shaw or Fernandes plays alongside him. I think it will be a tight game throughout, but your quality might show towards the end. But I'm going to stay positive, and I have said all week. First game of the season, big expectation at St James's Park regardless. Just take away the transfer market and look at the season as a whole. We are going to be expected to, you know, get points at St James's to stay up this season. No doubt about that. You've got a quality squad full of great players, and I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. How do you see it going on Saturday?
Oh, can't see us pulling off any miracles, sadly, but we can always hope. You know, we beat Man United last season. We can always hope. Harry Kane will hopefully continue his excellent August goal-scoring form, and it would be a shame if he manages to break that jinx against us. Out of all the teams that, you know, could have come up against on the opening day, but hey, it can't last forever.
How do you see it going?
I think it's going to go 2-2.
2-2.
Yeah, I think it's going to be high scoring.
Obviously, you say you've had a very disappointing transfer window. There was a lot of talk at the beginning of the season that Rafa Benitez really needed to be backed. Do you see him maybe getting frustrated at the situation?
It could be. I'll put it on the positive. It could be a good thing that the transfer window's out the way now. because there's none of this transfer talk. It'll all be now about Rafa's contract, and now we can put at least the transfers to one bed, although it's been horrible, the transfer window. Now we can start focusing on games. That's what we do as a football fan, you like it, and hopefully, you know, Rafa's contract is the big one, but it's the start of the season. I'm optimistic. For the first time in a long time, I'm not excited. But
Not excited?
No, because of what's happened over the summer, and it's just false promises. But it's football, it's back. I'll be happy once we're in the swing of things, but I'm not excited.
Do you see maybe Rafa, if he gets an offer from a top club, like in the near future, would that be something you'd be worried about?
Not at the moment. I think he's got 1 year left in his contract. I believe he will stay towards the end of the season. However, January's going to be a massive month for the club. Again, this is Mike Ashley's last chance to do
Looking forward to another transfer window, are you?
I think this is his last chance now to persuade Rafa Benitez to stay. If Mike Ashley could somehow put his finger out, he's such and such, and get some players in that we need, you know, even try and break the transfer record and then clear off in the summer. Brilliant. But if he doesn't, then Rafa Benitez can walk away, you know, a free man. You know, his 3 years is up. He can walk, like you say, he can walk to any club he likes. But for now, it's all about let's just stay positive and let's just see what happens in the season.
Obviously, Spurs haven't signed anyone, so you know what's to expect from them on come Saturday. But who are you kind of fearing from Spurs? Except for me, obviously Harry Kane has the August drought you mentioned. But any other players that you look at, maybe you think we need to worry about them?
Yeah, I think Dele Alli, he burst onto the scene in 2015-16, had a great season. And then for the past 2 seasons, he's not really stepped up to the plate or the high standard that he set back then. But this season, yeah, I think we can actually start to see the best of him again.
He had a feisty game last year ago. I remember he got John Joe Shelby sent off. Anyone you're worried about from the Spurs lineup?
I would agree, Dele Alli. I think he's going to be, him and Harry Kane are going to be your main 2 players.
In terms of league position for Newcastle, where do you see it? What do you see happening?
I think we'll stay up quite easily because we've got Rafa Benitez. The question of positions, I don't know, but I think mid-table will be a great season for us again. If we can do it, and I think we'll do it, but worried about what happens next summer.
You worried about a relegation fight? Or
Nah, not at all. I think we'll be far too good for most of them at the bottom. Like, I think we're going to go 12th mid-table. Again, Rafa Benitez will be the reason why. The back four will be key. And if Rondon can get some goals and score more, you know, than what say Perez done and try and get 15 goals, that's what the target would be. Then, you know, we've got a chance of finishing it higher. But yeah, let's just be realistic. 12th place for me.
12th place? Any prediction for the league?
I think we can finish in the vicinity of 15th. So probably not a full-on relegation battle. We'll probably secure safety in the final few weeks. Yeah, but we're not going to hit the heights of, you know, the dizzy heights of 10th again. Because I was getting a nosebleed last season.
I think we'll just escape a relegation battle. I don't think we'll be bad enough to be drawn into it, but I think we'll be between like 15th and 10th.
Alright, well, those are the thoughts of the Newcastle Fan TV guys. Obviously check out their channel, link in the description below for great Newcastle content. We're going to be doing a preview on their channel, so check that out, and we're going to be doing fan cams after the game. Alright.